I'm the best, yes. So that guy, make my empress. Make my empress, I got a lot of concepts. Tell me what pounds I can't stretch. I stretch the pounds, the euros. Yeah, boy.
Do that for my cover like a black to hang on my head. Break it down, watch your 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 head.
What about people then? Kilo Shele Bounty.
What?
What about it's all my people worldwide. We're out here with another episode of Wash Your Hair.
Welcome.
Your favorite host. People know me as different things. And we're out here with what's your alias, man?
I don't know, fam. People know me as different things, got brought up with different names, but you can just call me Reapy Reap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, fam. I don't want to expose anything, but say no more, fam. Let's keep
Yeah. One of them ones, isn't it? I was like, I might as well keep it close.
Alright, say that. Yes, so bro, I have prepared a topic. Shout out to someone who I already consider to be my brother-in-law, who is my girlfriend's younger brother. And the topic was inspired by the conversation I had with him, so shout out to him, he knows who he is. It's called Concept.
You sound like you got a lot on your chest.
Not in my chest. Jeez. Not enough to confess, yes. I told him I'm the best, yes. Told that guy to make my empress. Make my empress, I got a lot of concepts. Tell me what pounds I can't stretch. I stretch the pounds, the euros. I'm running out here like I'm in the euros. France in 2016. Nigga, now I'm so fresh and so clean. When you see me, know that I'm not on my ones. Cause I'm always with the funds. Call me because your funds in uni days. I be on the discount like uni days. I got money, I got bars for fucking days. When I come in, I'm there's the AK-47 sprays. Hey, I do this shit for fun. When I rap about this shit, I ain't playing by guns. I be talking about the lyrics, nigga. Can you hear this? 1 + 1 = 2 = more stacks. I be born and rapping like more stacks. More stacks was a hard guy, don't forget about him. When I make the money, yeah, they won't forget about me. But is it really about the money? These times I wanna spend time with my family. I just wanna be happy, I just wanna be grateful. I just wanna make my life so meaningful. But I am my 9 to 5, I've been grinding all day. This is my fucking life, can I change it? I told my baby girl, can I change it? Believe in my vision, when I make it, every day I grow up, and then when I think it, jeez.
You did your thing.
Bro.
Nah, you did your thing.
But I didn't even know that this was going to happen, fam. So that's how you know
you did your
I'm
thing.
the top of the dome, fam.
That's hard.
More than going straight into the topic, bro. So, once again, shout out. Obviously, we have to project our voices a bit more because you know, the microphone situation. But shout out to my brother and all them things. So, for today's topic, it's Mortal Kombat. So, as we're talking, we're probably going to have to do some on-the-spot research because when it comes to Mortal Kombat, if I'm being truly honest, I have never really known what the plot is of Mortal Kombat. And if I'm being really, really honest, I've never really cared. The word Mortal Kombat itself. Like, what I do understand from the game is that obviously there's a tournament going on and some of these characters, they almost even look immortal. And I think there's an element of them that makes them immortal or something like that. Part of their story or something, the plot. Like I said, I'll do some research whilst you're talking, I'll do some research. But they're fighting to the death. That's why always at the end you have those, you know, finishing, those extravagant stuff, you know. Even though, because they look so like unique and they have all these attributes and these like superpowers and stuff like that, life really and truly is a fight, is a race, is a battle, is a Mortal Kombat, man. Because we are mortals, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We are fighting. Obviously, in some situations, we are legitimately fighting.
Really fighting.
To the death, bro.
Yeah.
Think about wars and stuff like that. Like, obviously, especially as men, I feel like we actually have to consider the aspect of war.
Mm-hmm.
Because if...
For all fronts.
Yeah, because if something were to actually happen right now today, men actually have to do it. You know, sometimes we forget about it because, like, we're in a relatively peaceful country in terms of internally, and also we're in a relatively peaceful era in the world where, like, there's not like world wars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If there was world wars going on, we would actually have to think about that. Our day-to-day life might change because we have to.
That makes so crazy because there are some people. It's obviously when you're saying people, you're talking about us and everyone in the Western world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but obviously there's people out there in Syria and places like that are actually facing world war, fam. Literally,
legit.
Like there are some man here that come from them places there, and I feel the savageness out of them because of what they've been through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can really kill a man, and not hesitate because this is what they seen. It's a norm. You know what I'm saying, compared to what we go through. So
I think even goes beyond that because we're not even saying could kill a man, but will kill a man.
Yeah.
Because they have killed a man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when I'm around people who have killed, I can tell.
You feel it.
You can feel the aura. And that's why I feel like I've personally tried to avoid getting that far because I feel like you change fundamentally. You know, and even when I've done like assessments, psychological assessment with people who have, you know, done different things in their life, I can just tell that it changes something in your psyche because you can't undo the experience. It's kind of like, you know, when you're a victim of abuse, specifically.
We can just put it in a category of just trauma.
Trauma, exactly.
Yeah, like, it's just trauma.
We don't always think about mortality. We don't always think about the fact that tomorrow you can wake up, it's not a given. Like you can have a shift, all your shifts can be planned for the whole month. But who says that you're going to do the shift?
It's mad.
You know?
Planning for retirement, but who says we're going to get there?
Who says you're going to get there? Like for all you know, this and that, and then tomorrow somebody's just going to pick up all your shifts. Like it's really not as, I do hear that. And then there was this guy, I watched him on Diary of the CEO. He's that famous American divorce lawyer. And he was talking about how when his dog died, it was a very painful experience. He didn't know how to get over it. However, it was kind of a good thing. Not to say that his dog dying itself was good, but it was good because when he did get over the mourning or when he was processing it, he got a new dog. And that new dog also brought him so much joy. Yeah. And that new dog would have never been there if the old dog never died.
And would you not say he treated the new dog like it was his last day from then on forth?
I don't remember per se if he had said that. I can imagine that he did. But he was just referring to it as in like, it was like a necessary situation to happen for something else to happen.
Okay.
And the way that I like seeing that is that even though now we're talking about death or, you know, sometimes extremely negative things happen. And as a consequence of them happening, things happen that you might actually benefit from or you want or you've been praying for, you've wished for. And, you know, it's the way the game is set up.
It's crazy.
So let me before you go there, yeah, I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure we go back to Mortal Kombat.
You might actually say exactly what I'm going to say anyway.
Let's see.
Because I'll bring it back to Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so then maybe I don't know, let me let you see if you was going to say what I'm going to say.
Basically, what I was going to say is, this is like Mortal Kombat because now you're killing the old you to bring in something new into your life. That's another aspect of Mortal Kombat.
How's that aspect?
Okay, so the dog died. Yeah. Now you're saying that process of the dog dying made him go for another dog to bring a new leash of life. Isn't that another aspect of Mortal Kombat? Killing the old you, the old self.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
To bring life of the new self. Now, it's not exactly mortal in a sense, but it's like you're just freeing a new spirit, a new you.
I see. I'm happy I let you land because I wasn't seeing that angle. So I do hear that internal battle, developing yourself, killing the version you were before. That is a Mortal Kombat. I hear you. I was going to bring it back to the game so that I can actually talk about what I hear you. On the.
Well, I don't know where you got in it, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's
say no more.
So bringing it back to Mortal Kombat, bro, it's like every person I want to bring it to Tekken. So even though I know we're talking Mortal Kombat, maybe this episode should be just called Fighting Games, or I don't know what it's going to be.
Something like that, yeah.
But I'm still calling it Mortal Kombat because that's where it started. And I used to play Mortal Kombat with my brother-in-law, so that's why that conversation happened. But I related it to Tekken. Why? Because I knew that game more. I grew up with it, so in different stages I could relate to the game. And also I knew the actual storylines. And what stood out to me in Tekken is that a lot of people had very relatable storylines. You know, like Eddie Gordo, for example, his dad or his granddad or something like that was sick. So he joined that tournament to make the bread to do that. Lee, Law.
Yeah.
He was a restaurant owner or something, and his restaurant was going bust. So he was trying to win the prize money to keep his business afloat. And then you have all these other people that have all their own motives of why they wanted to win the tournament, and you stop feeling for them. By the end of the day, only one person can win the tournament. So that means that for something as glorious as winning the tournament to exist, for one person to experience the joy of winning it, several people have to lose. And the thing is, we never want to be on the losing side. But how can there be a winning side if there's no losing? So a lot of times, some people, they always ask, like, I remember when I used to have these very deep debates about God and why God allows bad things to happen if He really exists. And then I think you can debunk, or not, let me not say debunk, but you can debate God being alive or not, or His presence or religion based on a lot of other things. But this point, I think, is easily negated because it's like yin and yang. For us to be able to identify light, there needs to be dark so that we can see that light exists and we can compare it and say, in one state, this is light, in the other state, it is dark. So for us to be able to experience so much joy, that's why I think sometimes when negative things happen to me, it don't hurt me at this stage anymore as much because I've just processed that it is a natural occurrence that has to take place for the next happiness to unlock.
Yeah, because if you don't go through that level, you won't really appreciate that level.
And
Are you trying to say that?
Yes and no, because I'm even going beyond the appreciation because I'm saying it's going to happen in events, like it's going to happen regardless. Regardless of what we want, people are going to die. So that if we see dying as an inherently negative thing, which it doesn't have to be, because a lot of cultures don't, but if we see dying as inherently negative, so that means that negative is always going to happen. And when we're thinking about good things, so if we're saying a good thing is like, what is something that most people say is positive or is a good thing? So that's even sad from the fact that we can't even think about what we think is inherently negative, but inherently positive, we can't think about it, bro. So that's it.
I guess we could just say good finances, like attracting a amount of sum of wealth.
Okay, that's a good point. So let's say promotion. Yeah, let's just use that. Typically, people will think a promotion is a happy thing, is a positive thing. Okay. Promotion is bound to happen because as somebody is promoted, maybe somebody was sacked.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody was
to
sacked
in that position.
to give you that position, or somebody had to leave, or God forbid somebody had to die, or something terrible had to happen to that person to vacate that role for you to take.
It's on a very small, minute circumstances where they wanted to add to that position. So,
or even if they add, like for example, when I've done some interviews, they'll be like, "Oh, we're expanding, we're opening new thingies, so that's why we're giving you that." That might be bad news for the competitor. If you're expanding, maybe that means that another company is losing money, and then they still have to fire somebody in that structure to keep the company going. And that's why I relate to that Mortal Kombat game, and I see it like that's what my brother-in-law was saying. It's like the game is like a representation of life. We all have our own storylines. We're all trying to win the tournament. We're all trying to win the Tekken tournament for our own individual reasons. But within whichever hierarchy we're fighting this same tournament, so it don't have to be like we all have different scenarios where we're fighting the tournament. Maybe the tournament is job. Maybe the tournament is having a family. Maybe the tournament is being the best artist, the best rapper, the best athlete. All different tournaments. And oftentimes, if you want to get the number spot on one spot, there can only be one winner. And in life, I feel like, and then he used the analogy of like, not only just the game itself, he also used the analogy of actually playing the game. And when you're playing the game, you know, you start off and you buy the game, you tend to start off easy mode. Easy mode, you're like, ah, cool. Then you play medium. The medium is already like, you're beating most of the characters. Maybe only the main boss is giving you some type of problem, or one specific character is giving you some serious problem. Then you start playing like hard. All of a sudden, you're getting your ass whooped round one from. Round one, you're thinking, what is going on? You're getting your ass whooped so hard in round one, you can't even imagine fighting the boss, because you've not even reached like level 4 or 5 to be even able to fight the boss.
That's how you grow up and get better, fam. That's mad, isn't it? You have to go through life with the hard setting to fully grow and be number one. Yeah, it's crazy.
You have to battle. You have to fight this level 1 boss, level 2 boss, level 3 boss. And then when you're playing hard, you know them days where you just turn off the PlayStation like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I'm not playing this game again. Fuck this console. I'm not XYZ. And then another day you come back again, you try.
But bro, that time, you might not play for a week. But it's like when Goku loses a fight, fam. When he comes back, somehow he comes back stronger. I don't know if you ever played, you come back and you're playing and you're like, oh shit, I'm blocking this, I'm doing this a lot better than that. Sometimes you need to take a break and reassess.
Sometimes you need to take a break, you need to put on that training mode. And start reading all the combinations. Bro, when we grew up here, you used to be a nerd if you were trying to learn combinations. Like, you was like a waste, man. I'm like, why are you trying to learn combinations, fam? Just fight, fam. Just learn how to fight, bro. Why are you trying to see all of the But you know them when you get your ass whipped, just pause and stop looking at the combo to try to save themselves. And start doing some long ass combo. We used to do that, my brother, but we do that. He's king. He's getting his ass whipped. Press pause. Stop looking at it, man. And does that combination when they pause you, finesse you, pause you, finesse you.
Yeah.
But bro, that's life. Sometimes you go back, you go take another course or something. Sometimes you go back, like, you go back to college. This is when you go into that training mode. I used to do that with Yoshimitsu. I used to spend so much time with Yoshimitsu in the training thing, because to me, he is the hardest Tekken character ever. You can only use him if you're saucy. If you're not saucy,
you can't use
don't touch him. And I'll spend ages with him in that training mode, fighting lifeless thingies, upgrading their level, trying all the combinations, and then all of a sudden, then you start fighting the bosses and you start doing all of this, and you realize that you've actually improved. But how much time do you actually? How much time? How many times? How much time?
How many times is mad?
But how many times will you actually reflect on the fact that, wow, now I'm not losing any more level? You won't even reflect on it anymore because now you've done all the training and then you're focusing on the next mission. Now Yoshimitsu is able to defeat the end boss. You're not thinking anymore about, oh, I can remember when I wasn't able to defeat the level 2, level 3. So sometimes it's good also to have that retrospective view of your development and to say, you know what, I've actually done something here, you know. Might actually use a character that I could use. I remember I used to reflect on it when the credits will come. Because you know, you feel like you've just killed the boss and you're just watching that end video and you're watching it and you're like, yeah, finally, man, killed the boss, man. And I didn't know that those days what I was doing was reflection. Because I'll be thinking about them battles out, and then they'll show you the highlights. And you'll be battling, and they'll show you your highlights. It wouldn't be just any highlights, it would be your fighting highlights. Like, oh my God, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I really did that combination. You know when you're pressing something, you don't even know what I'm going, and then it's giving you some sick combo. You're like, oh my days, I thought I was gonna die. Somehow, bust case.
That's when you realise I really got better, you know. Look what I'm doing, fam.
And that's life, bro. That's life. As long as you keep going. I remember getting whooped in games and then people were laughing at you.
When I was younger, I did have the game and went to Mandan's house and I was just getting whooped and I was like, let's go again. I got so many L's, man got bored and gave me L's and said, yo, I'll just let you play the game by yourself. Yeah. I played the game by myself, bro. Yeah. Oh, watch my brother play the computer, fam. It's like, no, you're not a opponent, fam. I will just play the computer. Bro, you had to eat that.
I had to eat that, bro.
Bro,
my brother told me, don't touch the pad.
Bro, these are the times you manifest that time that you're gonna whoop him, and then you're gonna tell him you ain't touching that pad, fam. I swear down. I'll go in my room, I swear down, if I get that chance, I'm taking. Next time I'm gonna bust his ass. And every time you say that, you get one step closer to whooping his ass. I swear down, it happened to the time you're better than me. It made me analyze. It made me analytical because I started knowing what level I needed to get to be better than him. I knew exactly where I needed to be. It's so deep when you say analyzing because you start analyzing where you went wrong, what you could do better, and what his flaws are, and how you're going to defend his flaws, and what are his go-to moves, and you know what I'm saying? When you look at yourself, it's so deep. It's a strategic matter. I keep telling people that when I was a kid, my brain was so deep, bro, because things is deep. Like I wouldn't just play videos and just play videos. I wouldn't just watch cartoons or anime and just watch them. I was deep in things, bro. I'll be playing and I'll be realizing, you know what, my brother's really good at stepping back, you know. He was really good at defending. And defending is not what people used to think about playing fighting games. So I was like, what? I'm like, but I don't like the style of being defensive. I want to destroy, I want him to feel like, bro, I don't even want him to be able to do no combo. I want to be a perfect. So I want to, but then he would be so strategical playing with me. Block, no kick, no kick. Block, wait for you. Middle, walk back, block, jump, get back. Side. I'm like, what? And then it forced me to play to adapt. That I still had my style of being an offensive guy, but I also incorporated, and because I was offensive and he'll be thinking I'm still offensive, when I slipped the defense where he's thinking I'm gonna be offensive, that gave me some wins. Because he's thinking, this guy's gonna keep punching me. Oh, I block it, I grab him. And he's thinking, when did this guy develop block and grab? So then That means he has to up the level.
He has to up the level. And then he's not getting confused, thinking,
Yeah.
is he predictable? And then the next time, he's thinking, oh, block and grab is coming. Pop, pop, pop. I punch him, thinking, what the fuck? When is he gonna block and grab? I'm thinking, yes.
Oh, I'm better than the computer now, yeah?
Yeah, better than the computer. Dickhead, fam. So, literally, bro, these things, like, you start learning, and you take that principle into life, bro. Start looking at, how is this person developing? How is this person? Where can I improve? What can I do? How can I, what can I... And I'll watch people. When they used to bully me and make me not play, I used to watch everybody play.
That's actually the best. I'm not even gonna lie to you, seeing people, how they move out. They don't understand, bro. It's like you're storing that in. So when it's your goal, bro, you know exactly how they play. That is...
I would watch. Sometimes they'll say, give me the power. No.
It's
play. Like, go play. No problem, play. You're watching.
Analyzing, he's not on my level.
Yes. This guy, I'm never going to think about it. I'm going to whoop his ass without even trying to do it. And then another guy, I'm like,
he has good skills, yeah?
This guy needs to sit up straight. You know what I'm saying? This one, I can't just relax. I need to actually see. Bro, a lot of times when I've played FIFA against everybody, I can't actually see. I can't actually physically see sometimes where the ball is because of my bad eyesight. But I have my ego was too big. Yeah, my ego would be too big to wear glasses to play. So I'll be squinting sometimes, and sometimes
I'll... yeah. I clocked that. Yeah, now that you say that, yeah. And
then I'll have a feel of where it's going. That's why I used to suck at playing defense on FIFA, because you can't not see. Offense, you can still not see.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you cross a ball, the player is already automatically kind of running towards the ball. If you're passing, you pass and run, he's going to come to the ball. You put certain settings in place, you don't have to properly see. But defending, you have to see. So I started having to think about as well, like, bro, I need to... Certain people are whooping my ass because they just knew how to defend. I used to hate them guys that knew how to do this from.
The muscle. Yeah.
The ball comes in one with a step over and just...
Yeah. And they knew exactly which player to do it with. Because not every player you can do it with as well, fam. Man, they knew what they're doing.
All of that will up your game, because now I'm also adding it in my game. Now I'm also doing all these tricks, all these whatever. Going back to Mortal Kombat, to add today's topic, bro. Life is literally a game, fam. Like, we're fighting subjective battles, and like I said, the game needs players, tournament players. You decide who you are in the tournament. You decide if you're gonna go for first place. You decide if you... Like, I always think about that when I think about the UFC. The UFC is like a Mortal Kombat. There's so many guys that are in the UFC, and I don't think they actually have ambition to ever be champion. And I don't even think it's because they don't have the skill set to. I think they've just accepted that they are just a showtime player, or they're just like give somebody some challenge and stuff like that. They don't really actually believe that they can ever. And then you have some of them that come in knowing that their time is gonna arrive. It's just a matter of time.
And that aspect, bro, you have to keep telling yourself that day by day. Keep telling yourself that, yo, don't give up. It's coming soon. Like, through whatever you're going through. That's the more, bro.
Self-belief.
Bro, that is literally your Mortal Kombat, bro.
Self-belief.
Oh, bro, you're going through the shittest time. You're like, it's not going to always be like this. Pep talking yourself. Like, fuck.
And that also shows the power of manifestation.
Yeah.
When they come in and they're like, I'm going to be the champion. Trust me, next time you see me in this ring, I'm going to be the champion. You have to keep saying it. You have to keep believing, even if it's not the timeline that you thought, even if you've got L's. Like, for example, who is it that is? Is it Max Holloway right now? I think it's Max Holloway.
At the moment, a current champion,
yeah. Yeah, like, he has caused so many L's.
Yeah.
But because he fought the greatest guys. You know what I'm saying? He fought the greatest guys.
He did.
And it's one of those ones where, like, he caused so many L's, he could have just stopped, because most people, they want to win perfect record, 30-0, 28, 13 was only one person, but
I think he got that opportunity because what's that thing that he said? Luck is preparation.
Luck is preparation meets opportunity.
Now, let me tell you something about them L's that he took. He took them graciously. There was no L's where he got like flunked and never gave himself an opportunity. It was like the luck of the draw. It was unlucky where he got another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always prepared to be that guy to always fight and put on a show. He would not be getting all these opportunities if he was not putting on a show, bro. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying with preparation.
And that's another word that needs to be dropped in there is consistency, bro.
Yeah.
If he gave up at any of them fights, it would have been understandable. Because, bro, you go and try and stand there, UFC fight. I keep telling you about the fight that I had, bro. The injury was lasting for months, bro. So I don't know how these UFC fights will be doing it, going 6 weeks, another 6 weeks, 12 weeks, and then another fight. Yeah. Bro, you go and fight there, lose to a man like that, embarrass yourself, then knock them out, bleeding, surgeries,
back nose,
and then you go fight again, and then
bro,
tell me it's
that's a different kind of pep talk,
I'm telling you,
look in the mirror if your nose like this, and your hair's all this, limping and shit, because you took so many leg kicks.
My man that fight for Kamza, last fight. I forgot his name. Really serious, good fighter.
What's his name? He's not New Zealand, Australian, somewhere down there.
Man, when we find his name, we'll drop in there. Jaw broken, bro. His teeth that are meant to be shown at the front was all the way 3 centimeters.
And he was a top tier fighter as well.
Top tier fighter, bro.
Like he was proper.
Top tier fighter.
But the way he got relegated,
bro. Or all the guys that we appreciated. Izzy.
Yeah.
Getting knocked.
Yeah.
Man like who's the other Nigerian? Kamara Usman.
Yeah.
One shot bang. And then you was gassed about one shot bang. Then one shot bang got also banged. Yeah. And he is completely nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Now that's another topic, bro. Like with the acceptance part. Like, at what point do you accept that you've had it and you lost it and it's not the one anymore? Because Izzy tried three fights, he lost 3 fights in a row, right?
Well, he was not strategical. I'm just being honest. And also, Izzy, he was winning all those fights. He was winning all those fights and then lost last minute, last few minutes. And I don't want to be harsh because once again, I'm not in there with him. I don't know what's going through. But from my outside looking in, I think it's a lack of focus. And it reminds me of that conversation I was talking about FIFA. Like, when I used to play that world class, I would have such an amazing game. The goalkeeper is saving things he has no business in saving. And I'm playing that game, and then, you feel exhausted from concentrating because your focus is so sharp. And then you let it slide. 1 second.
Bro, I got PTSD.
For 1 second, bro. 1 second.
Oh.
You let that focus go from 99%, you let it go to 95%.
You know what? That's pissing me off, bro. That's a really bad way to lose, I've applied the talk because you just recollected my memory. Them L's, bro. I'm winning, I'm on top. And then I lose focus, I'm losing it, and I can't gain that focus back anymore, bro. And I'm pissed off because I was like, bro, why can't I do it? Why? Remember me and you was bowling. There was a point I was winning. Yeah, and then I was like to myself, why does this happen, bro? So you have to look at yourself and think within yourself out. At this point, what can I do to change the narrative?
And I think you need to always be delusional. Because you use and I was going to say this before you use this analogy, but maybe this is a great analogy. That day with the bowling, I came in, and this is why sometimes I do this, or a lot of times I do this. I will come in, chat shit, but I'm not even fully convinced myself yet. Because I don't know. Like if I chat shit, for example, if today now, someone says, let's play Call of Duty, Bro, so long that I've not played Call of Duty, I don't even necessarily know fully what the controls are. Maybe people can start flying jetpack, bro, I have no idea how to activate that. But I'll still chat shit. I'll still say I'll beat you. So but when I'm coming into it, when I say I'll beat you, I'm trusting on my ability to adapt. I'm not necessarily saying that I have the skill set right now to beat you. But I know I have the ability to adapt, to overcome, and to learn how to beat you in the same sitting that we're having. So we're doing the bowling thing now. But with the bowling, I think I'm decent. But I also know that as the bowling is going on, I develop severely. So I'm like, I back myself. Let's go. We're playing. You're hitting strike, boom. Bro, this is where delusion has to start starting in from. If you're not delusional, after somebody's hitting 2-3 strikes and you're hitting 9, 8, 9, 8, and you're seeing them your thing is doing multiplier, X, 1 dash bro. X. You need to be delusional. I keep thinking, and then I keep focusing. I'm locking in on that 95%, and it's still not giving me a strike. And instead of allowing myself to be frustrated, I keep on looking for that 100% focus. I keep on looking. I keep on adapting. I do my arm like this. Okay, this time I do my arm like this. Okay, this time this amount of power. Okay, this ball. I keep on tweaking it till I get it. And then when I get it, I try to hold on to it. And that's when you lose your focus and they start seeing me strike.
What's going on?
And then the strike is affecting you, yeah. And then I'm trying shit now. But I'm like, yeah, bro. No, you thought I couldn't do it, man. You thought
and then the last minute. Hey.
You think my adaptation is not gonna? I'm gonna adapt, man. I'm gonna fucking do something, bro. I don't know what it is yet. But something is gonna happen, and I've seen this happen over and over and over again in my life, over and over again.
That's why you believe in that.
Over and over again, bro. Over and over again. Like you man don't know me fully yet, or for the people that do know me, that's great. But obviously, I'll be sharing more and more information so that you have an understanding why I say these things. But this is one of them scenarios. I always believe it. I've been through too many situations where I should not have came out of for me not to believe that I will overcome. Like, you have to be so delusional that to bring my part of this situation to a close. Obviously, like I said, I was talking to my who I consider my brother-in-law already, my girlfriend's younger brother, and even with my own relationship at the time, bro, I had to be delusional. I had to be so delusional that regardless of whatever the situation is looking like, I know what the end goal of the situation is going to be. I know what I foresee for myself with this individual, and I'm not going to accept any other outcome. And you was there that time.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to speak, but I was like, you know what, you'll tell them in your own time, because I was like, that was one of the maddest delusions I've ever seen, bro.
For it to be where it is today,
especially that, for it to be where it is today, for this very day.
Like, even with the level of delusion I had, I don't even know if I don't even know if it was this style or something.
And sometimes it goes back to the Mortal Kombat and everything that we spoke about. You have to go through things that Mortal Kombat to kill the old you, for you to develop and grow into the new you, so things can have a better outcome. Yeah.
And for that to happen, sometimes like the old you has to die, because the old you has to
death, bro. And it hurts, bro. It feels real. Bro, it feels so real.
The old you has to die because the old you was not capable of accomplishing the goal.
That is so much facts, bro. Believe it, the old you is not capable, so embrace the new version. Yeah.
It was not capable. If it was, it would have done it. It hasn't done it yet. Therefore, that version has to die. A new version has to come that's going to do something different due to whatever it is. Whether it's negative, bad, positive, somehow something just needs to change. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Something needs to change for a different outcome. So, like you said, sometimes that old version has to die, has to be crucified for a new version to come out. And that is something that when we were talking about that period where I was delusional, I knew it had to happen, but like you said, it's like you're mourning yourself.
I was just about to say that you was actually mourning a death, and it was your death.
Yeah.
And I felt the same before. Mourning a death. You don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to cope. That's when you have to eat it.
Yeah, you have to eat it, bro. You have to be there, pause. You have to
I'm gonna eat. Rick Ross, I'm gonna eat it.
Why?
I'm gonna eat it. That
was a funny video. Now, legit, bro. That's them times where you have to look at yourself and be like, wow. And do you know the thing is, like, one of the things I'm realizing now in life is the more frequently you can recognize that you need to do it, the better, man. It's better you start doing that shit over and over quickly, bro.
Yeah, man.
Better start catching them L's, and learning, adapting. Catch L's, learn, adapt. Catch L's, learn, adapt. The longer you're taking to catch them L's, to learn the actual lesson,
it's all true.
Because in life, all we're trying to do every time is we're trying to reduce the gap between who we have to be to accomplish what we want and who we are now. So the closer you can bridge that gap, the better for yourself. So anything that you want right now and you're not doing to get it, you need to try to find out what is in that space. But when you find out what's in that space, all of a sudden you start seeing that the goals that you want, you start to accomplish them very quickly. Very, very quickly. So it's a situation where, like, for me, just to get my own end model up, you can obviously say, Mortal Kombat, life is a Mortal Kombat. Like, you added that point in that, so I'm so happy you pointed that out. You need to die sometimes. Your version of you needs to go. It's done. It's outdated. You know? Like, even some values that I used to rate back in the days, I don't rate them no more. Things that I used to think used to make people hard. Now I think people are dumb. Things that I used to think that made people soft, now I think it's actually intellectual. So many different things changed, and that's calm and that's good. People that were around me that were not helping or not, they weren't the environment in which I could grow and develop. I had to take myself out of the environment. A lot of times I used to always blame myself because I used to believe that I should always change things and influence things.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's your environment, bro.
Yeah.
Until you've left that environment, you start realizing, oh my days, that environment had me in some messed up state, bro. I had to be out.
You didn't even know you had to be out.
You did.
He was out.
You didn't. And if I'm being honest, you did.
Actually, yes.
Accountability. That's where we started from. Accountability.
Actually,
You knew that you had to be out.
He was in denial.
You was in denial. You were swimming in the river now, and you were swimming deep. You wanted to choke people's. Is things going too smooth?
But bro, if life's on easy mode and things are going too smooth, is it because you're not making it go smooth?
If you want to play easy mode, I'm not going to judge anybody that wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? This message is just probably not for you if you want to keep playing on easy mode, because people who tend to want to play things in easy mode, they're cruising, and it's not bad, but that's not per se the people that I'm talking to. I'm talking to people who are trying to develop themselves and are trying to go get what they believe they can get out of this life, whatever that is. Whatever it is that they haven't got yet and they want to develop, and they know that they need to develop to be able to get it. Those are the people that I'm talking to. If you believe that everything you got is what you need and everything like that, that's beautiful. Like, it's not a bad thing inherently. Like, sometimes actually being grateful and being content is very, very important. Like, You might look at your situation now and be like, you know what, I have a beautiful wife and kids, I don't get food, we get cozy. If I die tomorrow, I live an amazing life. That is your thing.
And also, even when you're content, there's going to be spanners in the work to test your contentness. So it doesn't matter.
That is what
It
I'm
doesn't
trying to
matter.
say. That is what I'm trying to say.
It
Because
really doesn't
them
matter.
things are unavoidable, fam.
Yeah.
Them situations are unavoidable. So
Yeah.
at every stage is temporal.
Bro, it's so mad. Yeah, you might need more combat and warn yourself to regain a certain level of contentness again, fam. That is so crazy.
But to make it even crazier is that even whilst you're accomplishing a higher goals and you're striving for it, you're still doing that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you take like L's, or you take these type of hits that you have to work back to just get back to what you was before.
Them steps back.
Yeah. Setbacks.
Yeah, my guy said it to me. Minor setbacks, major comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you say to yourself, oh, do you know what? You saved £10,000.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, something crazy in life happened, family, death, this is that. You spend all the money. Now, maybe your goal was to do something on the house, XYZ, and you was almost close to doing it. Now you have to go back to saving that 10K again before anything else. And then as you're trying to get that 10K, you're also trying to get a new job. Now you can't even focus on a new job because you need to even just have this job to be able to pay the bills, and then to think how you're going to save the 10K again. When you want to accomplish something, you have to know that you're going to do it. Even if you don't know 100%, even if you know 50%, 40%, 30%. My mom always used to say this one thing. She always used to say, even if your faith is as that of a mustard seed, is a verse in the Bible. I might not be quoting it 100% accurately. But God will be able to use your faith to glorify His name, something like that. I don't know exactly what it was. But when I just think about the size of a mustard seed, thinking that that's how small your faith has to be for something to still be able to grow out of that and become fruitful.
Yeah.
You just need a little bit of belief. Because the little bit of belief will breathe the big belief.
Yeah.
And then as you're making the actions according to your belief, that's how things will start manifesting. Bro,
yeah.
I proved it again today. I was meant to finish this on monologue. It's always going over time. I proved it today. I was going through things in my brain, working 7 days straight, and I know that I'm actually, I was meant to be off today, tomorrow, and Sunday, but I end up working. I'm end up working all these days. Boom! Now, as I'm going through all of this, I'm like, I'm not gonna go gym. I'm not feeling well. All these negative thoughts, and I said to myself, do you know what, bro? Like, what if I go to gym, and the things that are stressing me out in my bed here, I go to gym and I get the answers for the problem at the gym. What if that happens? I said, do you know what? I'm now actually gonna pack my stuff. Even though I should have gone to the gym a long time ago, even though I'm gonna mess up my whole schedule today, I'm still gonna go to the gym because I believe as I go to the gym, some of my questions or some of my solutions I'm going to find in the gym. Went to the gym, did my workout. I didn't really want to talk to people because I was in that mood. I decided, once again, make a decision. I decided I'm going to be in the mood to have a good session. Start my workout, spoke to some guys, spoke to them. Then I went upstairs. Look at all the correlations of things that had happened. There were some guys that I didn't actually want to even speak to, not because they're not nice. Because they're so nice people, I only want to give them good, positive vibes. So when I'm not in a good vibe, I try to avoid them, just not to give them that. But I made a decision there and then, I'm going to be positive. Spoke to them, they went upstairs, I continued my routine. As I was doing my routine, I realized for my body that my body's not responding well. I was doing a shoulder exercise, I need to do internal and external rotations. So instead of ignoring it and ego lifting, I decided to do what is good for my health. That's another thing here. Prioritizing my health, not my ego or my appearance for other people. Prioritizing my health. So I said, let me go upstairs and do inside-outside rotation. As I'm doing it, them guys are there again. We start talking about life. As we're talking about life, I'm like, shit, I want to continue working out, but this conversation is gelling. Eventually, I realized that one of them guys is an accountant. And that guy started giving me free advice of issues that kept me from going to the gym. So this guy just solved my problem that I had at home, that I was trying to crack by myself, that I didn't know where I was going to go to. I went to the gym and found my solution. Why? Because I believed that if I was going to leave my house, I was going to find the solution outside.
I like that. If it's that though, could you not believe that you was going to find the situation while being in the house?
I could. And the thing is though, bro, it's like, it was a 2-in-1. Because had I found a solution at home, I wouldn't have had time to go to the gym. So I believed that I was going to do the double whammy.
Okay.
I believe, because there was going to be, just like this podcast as well, that we recorded today, all of that was in my plan of the day. Do the podcast, go to the gym, do the haircuts, find out the solution to the things, and when I go upstairs soon, do some paperwork. All of this was in my schedule. I came home, I was so tired, I did only 1.5 things. So I said to myself, when I stepped out of bed, I was like, even though I've wasted maybe 3-4 hours, I was still going to accomplish every single task that I set out for myself today. So I had to go to the gym and find a solution there. Time-wise, I had to. So that now we can have the podcast, because I also manifested this podcast to be the way it was. And the conversation that I had before the gym, I told you I knew that I wanted to do prep for this. And what happened? The only conversation I had before this gym was with my brother-in-law. And what happened? That conversation was prep for this podcast. That is how simple our manifestation is. How simple. And even the relationship that I have with my brother-in-law was manifestation.
Facts.
Because I've always wanted to have, for example, younger brother siblings that I don't have. And it's not that I'm trying to I don't want to patronize him and say like he's my younger brother, expensive. It's not that, but he is a person. I said to him today, I am just a version of you that came to this planet before you. That's all. So therefore, I'm not saying you're smaller than me or you're XYZ. No, it's just different versions. Everybody's just different versions. So I don't want you to ever feel like you're my small brother, no, I'll never say that. But I just happen to arrive here sooner. That's all. And I manifested to have somebody that arrived after me and people that arrived before me.
You literally gave a step by step in your day-to-day right now exactly what happened just now on the manifestation. So our delusion was also, that was very delusional.
Very.
People thinking that you're going to find your results at the gym. Right? And you did it without no doubt. You have to eliminate doubt.
Yeah.
One speck of doubt ruins your manifestation.
Yeah.
And the same way that grain that you plant, that doubt grain that you plant can actually ruin like a weed.
Yeah. And also it's like, you also have to put the frequency in the air.
Oh, yo, we're going to start talking about a whole different, we'll chill, because frequency is another thing.
Okay, I'm not going to start that on top. I'm just going to say what I mean.
Yeah, just say
the
what
only
you want.
The only reason I say the frequency is because I didn't like walk into the gym looking into everybody's eyes to find out who is going to be the solution.
Did you just sort out your own frequency? Is that what you're going to say?
Yes. I manifested that and I sorted my own frequency out, because remember when I said to you, I was going to avoid these guys because I was in a negative vibe. So that negative vibe would have made me miss my blessing. So I had to change the frequency that I was outputting to have a positive frequency for those guys to have that conversation with me, for him to even solicit free advice. Because another thing is, I don't take advice lightly. I don't take it as a small thing. People pay for advice. If he was an outside solicitor that had a shop here, I would pay for all the information he gave me. So all the information he gave me today, I was extremely grateful for it. He took it serious. He stopped his workout. He focused on just me and just was pouring out information that was beneficial for just me. That is frequency. If I wasn't giving those frequencies to them out on a frequent basis, if I didn't do it on that day, I would not have received my blessing. And also, it's another thing about opportunity meets preparation. If I didn't set up all the other frameworks that I set up before, I would have no conversation to talk to the accountant about. So if you have ideas in your brain of things that you want to do, and you're not doing them because you're waiting to gather the information and your XYZ, you're sleeping on yourself and you're just being a dickhead. You need to have something to be able to get to the other something. Because the something will make way for it. We're making these podcasts. Now, if a TV show came and said, oh, we saw that one thing, like, not even they saw the one thing. We hear you talk, we're liking it. Can we have more of it? Oh, we already have things going. You have something. Or if somebody say, oh, are you a public speaker or something? Yeah, I am. Or do you have anything? You don't have anything.
Preparation.
Oh, you're an artist, you make music. Yeah. Do you have anything? Oh, voice notes.
Damn, sad.
Sad.
That's sad, bro.
Sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a clothing line. Do you have a website? No website.
That is the worst. You know what I'm saying?
But these are people's scenarios because you guys all be having great ideas, great things in your brain, and then you want to perfectionize every step before you do anything. This is where incremental design comes in. Incremental design, you make one feature, you bring it out, get some feedback on it, develop another feature, and the product will exist. This is what we're doing. We're doing this feature. That day we worked on a plan. We've never worked on a plan again. Now we're filming. Boom, boom, boom. Next day, we do the other thing. Before you know it, that's how the podcast is going to exist. It's not, the podcast don't exist because we bought the studio, we bought the videographers, we bought all these people, and then it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You have to build small bits, and then eventually you're going to get the product that you want. So yeah, that's me, Alpha.
Yeah, man. I haven't got nothing else to say in regards to that because you rounded up nicely. It was a topic about Mortal Kombat, but we gave you guys a little bit more than that. And even what it was given was a part of Mortal Kombat. It all coincides with each other, and just take it. Do what you like with it. Take what you like from it.
That's it, man.
That's it, man.
Next episode might have to be street fight. That's when we start talking about life in the street fight.
Walking.
Hadouken!